Dayaw. I am Princess Julia G. Lopez and this is my journey of my OPLAN project called Bahay, Kubo sa likod ng bahay ko. Join me as I reminisce about my experiences and insight from this project. For the past 14 weeks of this OPLAN project, I can say that it has never been easy. It was a roller coaster ride and I can honestly tell you that you cannot predict the outcome of your planting. You should put effort and time because its growth is involuntary. Some may die or wither. Therefore, if you want your plants to live, you must be thorough and persistent on every journey it may take.
There are few constants in life and gardening is no exception. Learning is one of the most exemplary aspects of gardening. We may learn something new every day and we will also know how to be patient. According to Liberty Hyde Bailey, a garden demands diligent effort and care. Plants do not develop to fulfill desires or good intentions. Someone has invested effort in their success. During the first week of this OPLAN project, I prepared the tools and planned what plants I would take care of. When I finally decided what vegetables I should plant, I requested my mother's assistance in determining the proper planting method of tomatoes, onions, and ginger. She describes the correct steps, and as a result, I know what to do and the ones to avoid. For the second week, I have already started to plant. I was hesitant at first, so I watched YouTube to confirm if I did it right. When I knew it was right, I continued to plant until I finished planting the 3 chosen vegetables. As you can see on the 3rd and 4th week of this OPLAN project, the seeds had developed stems that extended to the bottom of the pot. My crops started to grow, and it feels so real because this is my first time planting this kind of vegetable. The tomato has one flower that has already bloomed, the onion has risen the leaves, and the ginger has already a tiny sprout. Also, this week, I realized that I am enjoying what I am doing. So I plan to add one vegetable, and it is garlic. I was hoping that this would also bloom for the next few weeks. When it was week 5 and 6, my heart is delighted because my plants are already in bloom. The tomatoes are not that big yet, but they multiplied almost to occupy the pot. As per the onion, the leaves are super green to tell it's healthy. The ginger also has a very tall sprout and a very nice foundation. And garlic, on the other hand, has very tall leaves and a healthy look. Additionally, to make them bloom more, I watered them every day and put them in direct sunlight to get more nutrients. Each plant grew more prominent and more numerous for weeks 7 and 8. In tomatoes, they multiplied a lot and each is lofty. So, I replanted tomato in their pot to not compete for nutrients in a single pot. As for the onion, its leaves grows too much, and I also put the onion outside the house to gain enough sunlight. The ginger also had an elevated sprout and also had leaves. And the garlic, on the other hand, grew, and each leaf rose. But there comes a time when plant development is not always smooth, and there will be a moment when we face barriers. It also reflects that we can take good care of the plants, but we cannot dictate when and how they should grow. From week 9 to 10, its development has been complex. It also came when some of my plants were wilting and no longer standing upright. Yet others are just consistent in their growth. The tomato is not that heightened in week 9 compared to week 10. Sometimes, its strokes goes down, so I put them on a stick to guide them in its growth. As for the onion, you can see that in week 9, some of the leaves in the onion also went down. But when it comes to week 10, they are back to being healthy. And their size is huge compared to the typical size of onion leaves. The ginger doesn't have that many leaves in week 9, but there are only a few leaves in week 10. the foundation is also super vigorous. And for the garlic, the progress is the same for the 9th and 10th weeks. They went down and the leaves started to turn yellow. My plants become more healthy when adequately watered and sunlight. The tomatoes keep growing. The onion leaves are now vast and tall. Also, they multiplied a lot, so I plan to put them in a separate pot to increase more and get enough nutrients. The ginger is now big, and the leaves are numerous. I doubt it is too big below its soil. And the garlic is still resistant and does not wilt. Sometimes its leaves falls off spontaneously, but the good thing it is comes back. Today, they are now living extra healthy. They bloom more now and become healthier. Besides, my plants did not develop smoothly throughout the 14 weeks, but they are considerably healthier now. Moreover, there are no disruptions as long as my plants are cared for and not abandoned. Indeed, it will yield fruit.
My journey on this OPLAN project has been tremendous success. It may not yield fruit immediately, but I am satisfied with the outcome, even with sluggish development. There are several barriers to overcome, but in the end, it is their growth that counts the most. I learned how to plant here at this OPLAN project, but I also knew that we need patience since progress takes time. We do not plant the seeds now and expect them to grow tomorrow. We have to wait because there is time for us to bloom. If that extends of the advancement, then we must recognize as significant. Consequently, if you are among those who plant today, do not lose faith and give your plant a 100% of your work to survive. Hence, the key to its success is your perseverance and hard work. Again, this is Princess G. Lopez. Daghang salamat po.